like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
What is up, y'all? We just finished another week of Leg Dig 1 workout right here. It was brutal. It was a good leg workout. As you see, I was in a different gym. I trained my client early this morning at a different location. And I normally have clients at 9 and 10, but I didn't have that today. So I decided to stop at 24 because there's no point in me going back on the other side to work out, waste some time and things like that. So it's beneficial. Bring my post-workout meal, getting a protein shake, collagen, and then right here, it's got my fruit. And it's still kind of frozen, to be honest. But it is what it is, to be honest. So kind of just got to prepare yourself, right? And then just do what you got to do. I mean, you got to adjust to how your schedule is too. Like I said, I wasn't going to drive another 30, 45 minutes to go to the other gym I work out at, just to, waste more time and then not prioritize the meal I had early this morning into my workout and things like that, and then it'd be like a whole hour and so behind. So it's you just gotta adjust to your schedule. Sometimes it's just not gonna be the same, or sometimes you just have to find common factors or adjustments to. And like I said, for me, I just worked at 24. I'm not so much of a fan of commercial gyms. Never really have been. And as you see, honestly thought they were actually going to have a real legitimate hack squat. But then again, I thought wrong. The two hack squats they had, one was a seated hack squat. I never seen anything like it before. It wasn't out like the one that it's half on your back. This one's the actual seated and you just use your legs. That just didn't look satisfying to me. And the other one, it was a V-bar. But the way it was just angled and the way it was just set up just wasn't it. My back was completely coming off the entire pad and I just couldn't get low and things like that. So as you see, I made a improvised adjustment to go on the Smith machine, put my legs further out in front of my body and treat it like a hack squat in a sense. And sometimes too is depending on where you go and what your program is looking like, you just have to make improvised, selections based on what you have and what you got to work with. And sometimes a small simple adjustment going from a regular hack squat machine to a Smith machine would do his job just as well, if not the same, better than, you know, the actual movement itself. So as a thing, I was supposed to do seated hamstring curls, but unfortunately someone was taken. That was taken, so again, make an adjustment, do lying hamstring curls. Other than that, it was a good workout. It was definitely a good workout, I would say, for sure. My legs were pumped. Worked up to 85s on rear foot elevated split squats. Got a massage last week, so my glute is kind of doing a little bit better. Still felt it a little bit, but it's doing a lot better than it was before. Like, you know, the first initial rep wasn't a factor like it used to be in the past. So made some improvements there. Also, another thing too is like the Smith machine there. Like, I know it's supposed to be doing Smith machine front squats, but like the way like the angle was set up just wasn't hitting. Like the thickness of the bar just couldn't sit well, because like every time like I would unrack it, like the thing where I would just be fidgeting the entire time. And I couldn't go on the other side because the way it was angled, if you try to go on the other side, it just didn't feel well. So I tried like play around with the Smith machine, just couldn't figure it out, or I just wasn't having it. So I decided to go barbell and things like that. I still got a great pump from the barbell. Again, I'm more a barbell guy than a Smith machine, but again, there's no right or wrong which one you want to do. But again, I just had to make an improvised adjustment and it went from there and things like that. But I felt good to actually do barbell front squats. And it's like, again, like I felt like I got more out of it doing barbell than actually Smith machine. But again, there's no right or wrong way to do it. If you want to do Smith machine, go ahead. If you want to do barbell, go ahead. You know, make sure you just got the technique and form down for both, you know, movements and things that, or both, you know, variations. So, yeah, that was the workout. I got a question. You know, someone commented and said, what's the main driving factor of growing muscle? And there's only two. There's two factors that drives and grows a muscle. One, you gotta eat a lot and you gotta eat hard. And so what do I mean by eating a lot? Well, there's a difference. You eating a lot to fast food, processed food is not gonna cut it. And that's the reason why, like, you're not seeing much change, or that's why you're not seeing like anything happening. Because like I had this conversation, you know, playing soccer on Saturday, and we're having a conversation. It's like, yo, like if I have like a, you know, let's say we go to McDonald's, like if I have a Big Mac of fries and a drink, you know, like I'm full from that. You also gotta think, like, yeah, the reason why you're full is because, like, if you look at like a Big Mac's like what, 800 to 1200 calories, plus you got fries that are like an additional like 300 to 500. And then you got, you know, a drink, depending on whatever drink you get, is like, let's say another 150 calories, right? You're looking between 11 to, you know, 1,500 calories, 1,600 calories. And there's that one saying for a Big Mac, a fry, and a drink. As opposed to, you were to eat like regular Whole Foods and you were to do the same thing. You made yourself like a burger, you know, with 2 buns, you know, made homemade fries, and you had like a drink, whatever, like, you know, it is. You know, those calories are completely reduced in half, if not even more than half, to being like 400 or 500, 600 calorie meal, right? So when you go out to fast food, when you go out to having processed foods, yes, you can like feel full, but at the same time, your body is not used and acclimated to that amount of calories in one consumption. As opposed to you have the Whole Foods, again, one, it's more satiety, so you feel full. Two, it's just more nutrient dense. So meaning like, you're just gonna have more nutrients coming in. It's gonna make you more full based on, you know, whatever ingredients and whatever, you know, consumption you're having based on that meal, right? So that's why it's the difference is like understand, like, eat more, but again with the right foods. Again, you know, I'm not telling you eat more with like, you know, the processed foods and things that you need to focus on eating more whole traditional foods, balanced meals, proteins, your carbs, your fats, and your fiber, whether it be fruit or vegetables. Okay. Gotta get every ounce of the protein, you know? So that's how you eat more. And eating hard is, you gotta do that every single day, right? I won't say every single day, but I would say, you know, 80 to 90% of the time, you gotta be eating hard and eating those meals. It's depending on where you wanna go, right? And depending on what you wanna look. And so you got to do that consistently, day in, day out, you know, finding meals, Find combinations that you enjoy. Find different recipes that you like to make. Having different combinations that, one, you don't get bored, and two, you keep yourself going because you enjoy those meals, right? So that's you going hard. And also, too, you going hard is by increasing your food consumption over the course of a period of time. You're not going to stay at like 1,200 calories, for the rest of your life. You're not a baby. Let's just get that straight, right? So you got to make sure, like, you got to eat to the point where your body needs that amount of fuel to, pretty much just like survive on a daily basis in what you're doing. Cool. So that's factor number one. You got to eat hard, and you got to eat a lot. The second main factor to drive growing muscle is you got to lift heavy. And what does lifting heavy like mean, right? It means a lot of different variations for a lot of people. Like lifting heavy could be, if you're just starting out, right, just doing something that you just haven't been used to for, some time. And lifting heavy could be cool, doing like sets of like, doing 3 sets of like, just say 10, for example, right? And you just haven't done like a exercise movement in a long time. Just lifting heavy on that portion, right? Or, you want to get up to a certain number, right? Benching 225. You keep working up until you hit 225, right? So lifting heavy is defined your own terms of what that looks like for you. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure you're lifting heavy every single day and every single week, every single month, and every single year. You want to keep doing that. And again, you want to keep progressing. You want to keep progressing to the point where, you're starting to see the weight increase, and that's what's going to drive the muscle growth. But with you also lifting heavy, you got to train hard. You got to train hard with intention. You got to train hard with a purpose, right? You're not just going to the gym, do the exercise selections, half-ass, and just be on your phone for 5 minutes and then do it again. You got to have the right intentions, right purpose for doing so. So, to really grow the muscle and really drive that muscle more to attain it and acquire it, again, the 2 factors: eat more, eat hard, train hard, lift heavy. All right, that's the 2 main factors that it goes. There's nothing else to it. You do that repeatedly over and over, you're going to see the muscle development inside your body, and you're going to see the structure of your physique change over time by lifting heavy poundage over a period of time, and also eating more food too. And that's what's going to drive. I mean, kind of tails back to the conversation on yesterday. Is like, and just in general, right? Like, you get pushed, or you see so many people telling like, eat more, eat less and move more, right? What? How come we're still promoting these drugs? How come these people are still in the same boat? 95% of the people who can't seem to lose the weight. And the problem is, a lot of people are just under-eating. And what happens when you under-eat? Well, 2 things. 1, you become weak, so you're not able to do the things that you normally do. You don't have the energy. 2, you lose muscle mass. And how you lose muscle mass? Well, 1, you're not prioritizing strength training. You're only doing cardio. Cardio is not going to benefit for you. 2, you're not eating the amount of protein to maintain that lean muscle mass. I mean, everybody has muscle. Everybody has muscle. It's the same thing when people want abs. Everybody has abs. The only difference is how much fat do you have that's covering the muscle, right? The muscle is always going to be there. Now, what you can do is you can grow that muscle to make it tighter towards the skin. And 2, you can reduce the fat to show the more, structure of the muscle, the more, tonnage of the muscle for yourself, right? So, when we promote this, eat less and move more, when we move more, we're just focused on cardio. We ain't building muscle. We ain't progressive overload. We ain't lifting heavy. And when we eat less, we're not hitting the amount of protein. We're not hitting the amount of calories our body needs. We're not eating the right foods. So when we keep promoting this is why we're still stuck in the same boat. And this is why like it becomes a struggle for you guys, because you guys just keep finding this nonsense over and over, keep finding new cycle, keep finding new program, keep finding this new trend, just to lead you in the same hole every single time, right? So, how do you fix that? Well, one, you can start by fixing, really just looking at your diet, really honing down what your diet looks like and what you're eating, what you put inside your body. Start with that. Really take a look at it. See what foods you consume. See what foods are making your body feel a certain way. See what foods like, make you feel better, right? Look at that. Then it's like once you figure that out, then it's like cool. Start figuring out like how to hit your protein. And depending where you're at in stage, it don't matter if you're experienced or not. If you haven't been consistent for a long period of time, you got to start from ground zero again. And that's just by like not even worrying about the calories. Like, even though, yes, I talk about the calories first, but if you try and get back, if you're telling yourself enough is enough, and you're telling yourself that you want to make a change, and that you're sick and tired, just stop and go, start and go, stop and go, then it's like you got to start from ground zero. Ground zero is write down what you eat for the entire day, for the entire week, for the entire month. Look at that, making substitutions, right? Add a little bit more. Add a little bit more protein to each of those meals. You do that, you're going to notice a bigger change just within those two things. And you're not even worrying about calories right now. You're worried about just being consistent, making small, simple changes to lead you to build that foundation. And also, too, start prioritizing strength training. If you're the person that's always doing cardio, or you're always a person that comes to the gym, does cardio first, and work out, honestly, at this point, you're just doing yourself a disservice. So once you start focusing on prioritizing strength training, again, you don't have to be like all these people. You don't have to go like 5 or 6 days a week. If you got the privilege and you got the schedule to do it, hey, by all means, go for it. I'm all for and things like that. But at the same time, again, you start from ground zero. You don't have a consistent schedule. You haven't been in the gym consistently. You've been bouncing up like from 2 to 4 to 1 to 0 to 2 to 4 to 1 to 0, all those things like that. Now, find like a week that you can be consistent for like 2 times a week first. Then you feel like you got the rhythm, the habit, build yourself up to 3, right? So on and so forth. And the main objective when you start out something is being consistent. That's all it really is. Like, and this is the issue that people are experiencing when these people take these drugs or they hop on this program. They don't build the foundation for you. They don't teach you what you need to learn. They don't guide you on what you need to do and things like that. So when someone promotes this drug, or someone promotes this like tummy tuck, or someone promotes this flat T tummy, it's just like, it doesn't teach you anything. You just like, here, take this and that's it. Hope for the best, right? Wish you well. Off you go, right? It's like, what good does it do? What good does it do for you? It doesn't do anything, right? It's just like anything. Like, it's just like tells you like, like go take a walk, but you don't know how to walk for the first time. It's like, what does that look like? You have no idea. Or like how to talk to someone. You don't know how to make approach, but you just gotta start somewhere, right? So when we go into this trap of eat less and move more, the focus and the shift should be eating more, but also doing more at the same time. Yeah, I already told you how to eat more. Be more nutritious, whole balanced meals. add more protein, making sure you consume enough calories. But again, don't worry about the calories right now. You haven't built a foundation. You will get to that point. You will get to that point. And also too, start going to the gym. We'll start going to the gym for the right reasons, right intention, right purpose, lifting heavy, progressive bowling, having a program, doing all those things, right? Make 2025 the year where you start falling for these gimmicks, where you start falling for these traps, when you start falling for these drugs. Make it that year for you. Something that I kind of explain to some of my clients, when people ask me about my thoughts on certain things, and the expression I give you, you got two ways to build your body. You got option one, where you want to just eat less, do more cardio, take this drug, follow these trends. Hey, cool. You want to go out? Awesome. If you say you keep lying to yourself that you lost the weight, cool. But at the end of the day, you're still looking like shit, right? Or you're still deep down inside, you're not happy. So you can go that route. Or option two, you can go more of the traditional way, where again everything's in front of you, and everything is just honestly like small, simple things that can just adjust based off choices, where you can look great and feel fantastic, right? And you can have the dream physique you look and desire to have, right? That's option two. But again, it's your choice. I'm not here to make that decision for you. That's on you. I can help you see a different perspective. I can help you see a different outlook. Try to help you not fall for these traps, these gimmicks. But at the end of the day, that choice is yours. You want option one, lose weight but still look like shit? Or do you want option two, lose weight but look fantastic? So, and that's how it is. I'll be real. I didn't acquire his body. I didn't acquire his physique. I didn't acquire his look from the drugs, from the pills they keep marketing. It took me I'm in my fifth year making. It's like year on year on year of trial and error. Going through the mistakes, learning, right? Teaching myself, learning from others and things that. Doing all these experiences to figure out, at this point, I'm in a better spot than I ever was before. And it's something that a drug, an instant gratification, a quick fix program is not going to teach you. It doesn't help you kind of learn from the mistakes you were doing. It doesn't help you to learn what's working, what's not working. It doesn't guide you on how to really set yourself up for success. It doesn't do any of those things. It just tells you, here you go, off you go. I never want to see you again. Come back if it's not working. We'll do something else. We up the dosage. We put you on another pill, whatever that case is. That's all it just really is. They don't care about success. They don't care about your journey. They just care if it's working, if it's not. If it's not, they just care more about just taking your money. And that's the truth. How often does a pill really sit down and listen to you on what you're experiencing? Never, right? So, what makes you think that the pills are going to save you? So, if you want to make 2025 a year, and you're sick and tired of being in the same position, state year after year. Do the two main factors to drive muscle. Eat hard, eat a lot. Now, I mean eat a lot. Don't take this the wrong way, but eat a lot to the point that fuels your body. You know, yes, you do see me eating a lot of food. Yes, you do see me eating, like, you know, processed, but you also gotta understand I only do that once a week. But you guys probably do that 2 to 4 times a week, right? So there's a difference. But as you can see, also too, I eat a lot of whole foods. I eat about 4,300 calories worth. And I build myself up over time. And you can see as time goes on, the transformation, the growth that I'm having, you know, throughout this course. And you're noticing too, is like even when I eat lots of food, like I'm not, you know, I'm hardly gaining the weight. Yeah, of course I gain like over that 9 things that is still be expected. Excuse me. But over the course of the week, I'm still staying the same weight, right? So that's what you gotta do on eating a lot of food, eating hard. Second part again, train heavy, lift hard, right? Do with intention, do with purpose. You know, try to grow muscle, try to figure out how to grow that muscle, try to grow that body part and things like that. Figure out a way to do so. Figure out a way how you can progressive overload. You just keep doing that again, just being consistent. You're gonna notice a bigger difference. Physique-wise, energy-wise, mental state-wise, confidence-wise, all those things like that. So, again, if you want to move forward and you want to stop, you know, you're just telling yourself enough is enough. You know, do those 2 things. And yeah, that's really it. I mean, there's not much more to it. That's all I really do. Eat hard, train hard, you know, sleep hard, recover hard, walk hard, hydration hard. You know your food's hard. I'm just going down the principles at this point too. But it's like that, you just do all those things. You know, you just do it over and over. And it's something that it's not going to teach you. All right, I think that's enough chit chat for today. Today's that. Just give you guys a little insight, you know, going off the question that someone was asking me about, you know, what's the main driving factor to grow muscle. Those are the 2 things. Also, just be consistent with yourself. Really sit down with yourself. Really understand, like, you want to just have 2025 be the same year, or do you want to make that a difference? And again, that choice is yours. Do you want to have the choice of option 1, or do you want to have a choice of option 2? So, sit down with yourself. Figure out what you really want, and really be content with which option you decide to choose. And other than that, I'm about to head home and clean up, do some work. Got clients there this evening. We got chest and tries tomorrow. We'll be at the other gym. Be at my regular gym that I work at. So I had some chest and tries, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow.